Hey.
Hi. Welcome. I forgot my ghost. Hold on. Shit.
Y'all caught me playing with my ghost.
I'm gonna have to start all over. I forgot.
It's either that or he go
Anyway,
walk across
so
here.
special.
Oh, wait a minute there, Amy. You know, this one really likes you.
You know what that makes me think of? That makes me. Oh, anyway, hold on. It's Wicked Wednesday. Welcome to Wicked Wednesday. This is Wicked Paranormal Radio. I am Amy.
Okay.
I'm TJ. Who's that?
This guy.
My name is Jason Five.
Thank you for coming to the show, Jason. We
We got you
appreciate you.
completely off guard with that one.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
we didn't mean to. You
is
know,
it my
so
go? Is it my turn?
it's not special. You know, I'm a little special.
We
So
know you're special.
we're gonna start off just a little bit. You know what that thing makes me think of, TJ, is one of those like those puppet things that I don't like. But they're with the strings, marionette.
Marionette.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you don't
Do
like
not
him?
like. No.
What do you like? You.
Because that's what it makes me think of, and those things are
Made him
creepy, especially
that
when they have
made
the
him
mouth
sad.
and
Now he's
stuff.
gonna go over and
Ugh.
cry. Fine.
Nope.
I have a ghost. It's right there. Okay.
That's better.
Wow.
Much,
That's kind of cute.
much
And I
better
have the
choice.
ghost on my cup. See him? You're right there.
I like your finger pointer choice. That's
Your
That one.
finger
All right,
pointer
that one.
choice.
Number
You
one, number two.
aggressively, you aggressively pointed at that cup. The special cup tonight.
That's my special cup right there.
Uh-huh.
I have
Yeah, we're
another
using a different
special
finger.
cup too, but you can't see that one.
It's a secret cup.
That's my secret cup.
Cool.
All right, so ghost friends, what have we had going on this week? Anyone, anything in their house? Because before I get into, I have a little thing to say about which I'm gonna maybe turn it into some sort of a weird TikTok. At Devin's suggestion about a day in the life of someone who has an outhouse next door. So
Oh
before we
boy.
get into that,
Well, Kevin, did you have anything happen?
ghosties.
No. Well, there was a voice again, but the week before, I didn't get a chance to say this last week because we just went on a tear. It was a bunch.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. See.
And again, always sounded like my kid, and then sounded like me, but not to me. And yeah, it was
Well,
really active 2 weeks
that's
ago, but
that's
only
like
once since.
I think it was last week I said that I heard Raylene's voice at Raylene's, but it wasn't Raylene,
Right.
and she kind of heard the voice, but she didn't think it sounded like her. She thought it was me. So I believe it was yesterday. Kayla, I'm at home, and my daughter Kayla, whom you know, Amy, she come she come walking out of the bathroom, and of course Venus decides she's going to bark. Okay, I don't know why she started to bark, but she did. And Kayla said all of a sudden she heard Raylene's voice in my house say, "Hi, Venus." So it's like, yeah, no,
Well,
no, I don't know what it is, but
that's fun.
it's talking. And
It
obviously
is.
the dog heard it because the dog barked at it.
Hmm.
So no voices for you, Amy. Nobody likes to talk to you, obviously.
I goodness, my feelings are a little bit hurt.
I'm sorry.
But not for long.
Okay.
I get over it.
I
So
like talking to you. I'm talking about the spirits.
I know. I was at Old South this past weekend. Doing my thing, and I can't say that there's anything that stuck out to me. I didn't have anything happen like before where I heard Josh's voice and Josh was there, but I didn't hear anything like that. I can't say, there's always things at Old South. So I had a few things happen, but nothing that really like was like I'm like, oh my god, y'all, this is what happened. No. But it's always active, but nothing
You didn't,
specifically.
you didn't fall down
Um,
any stairs.
no, thank God. No, I did not do any falling or I didn't hurt myself. I did not.
Good job.
Um, yeah, no. So nothing significant that happened there. Nothing in my house as of right now. I had to knock on wood.
She's not going to do
It's
it.
I wonder what you
been
were doing. I was like,
rather it's been rather quiet here, I have to say. But other than that, I have some. Listen, if anyone needs anything to do next weekend, there is a free roam at Old South next weekend. You can look on the Facebook page of Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, and you can sign up to do the free roam this weekend. It's a great chance to experience the hospital, learn the stories of the hospital. The volunteers that are going to be there this weekend are amazing. I love them. The owner's going to be there. It's going to be a good time. So I will not be there this weekend, but for the free roam, but I will be there later on in the month. But but yes, so check it out if you need something fun to do. Definitely never miss Old South. Sorry, I had to do a little plug there. Shameless plug. Um, so okay, so here's my story of the week of things that happened to me that are not paranormal related, but in the last couple of years, I have become that neighbor, and I know the things that are going on in my neighborhood and who's doing what, and all the things because I work from home, so I sit here and I have a window by my desk. Where I can see some things that go on. Well, they're building a house next door, so everyone has maybe heard that story about all the things that are happening at next door. Anyway, so this house is being built. Well, there is a porta potty, which I've been calling the outhouse now. So we're giving it the name of the outhouse, and it is right by the sidewalk. It's right by the sidewalk, right by the driveway of said house, and yeah. Well, it's become quite the stomping ground, and I think I'm gonna have to start making like TikTok about a day in the life of like the nosy neighbor because that's me. But the interesting assortment of people that have chosen to use said outhouse, porta potty, whatever you would like to call it, is interesting. I would like to have a little bit of insight into the mind of some of these people that actually stop in the middle of the road, put on their hazards, and go into the porta potty and do whatever business they need to take care of. I find that weird. I never have ever stopped on someone's street and been like, you know what, I really gotta
I've
go
had
because I
to,
can't
I've had a
make
time or
it
two where I wish there was a porta potty.
That's what I was fixing to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
like,
I can see that happening. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
thank God
Yeah.
the porta
Now,
potty.
funny story there
these
on porta
people.
potties because when I took my trip to Michigan this past summer, right, we're in New York, and the nature calls. So we pull over at this gas station, and they're like, "Well, there's a porta potty out back." Okay, so we go around the back of the gas station, and be son of a bitch, that porta potty wasn't locked. We couldn't get in there. They had a padlock on it. Who padlocks a porta potty?
I don't know, but clearly the
Got
people
to
next
empty
door
it.
should because
That's hilarious.
every day is a new adventure. And Devin gets to hear. Devin is kind of quietly in the background working, but so every day is a new adventure in the day in the life of the neighbor that lives next to the porta potty. So and works from home. So sometimes it's the FedEx man, and it is the FedEx man who does look like Santa Claus. And so I was a little disappointed in Santa's choice of restrooms, if I'm going to be honest. So eek. I
Oh
get,
no, I'm trying
you
to
got to work a
relieve.
job in your off time, but in the meantime, I don't think that Santa should be pooping in the porta potty next door.
No. I
It's just
completely
go to Quick
disagree.
Trip.
How do you know that?
Go to Quick Trip.
How do you
No,
know?
I mean, I'm
Well,
relieved to know that Santa uses the porta potty
Yeah.
because that means he's
good.
not running into your bathroom to go to the bathroom. And after all those cookies and milk, I don't want him in my bathroom. So he's apparently really comfortable with
Hope he's
finding and
not
using porta
lactose
potty.
intolerant.
Yeah, really.
I hope he's not lactose intolerant. So
Him in there trying to be quiet.
maybe we all need to start giving him soy milk or something. I don't know. Lactate.
I love
But
Devin.
anyway, because so I have seen Santa. I have seen people like walking down the street. Just stop, do it, leave. It's very bizarre to me. Like this whole culture of using said porta potty on someone's street. But today's adventure in the life of the porta potty,
Oh, Lord.
said gentleman, he rolls up, uses the porta potty. Then he goes over and he sits on the porch of this house that's being built. And he does not live there, and he's not. No. So he sits there. He sits down, and he rips open a pack of cigarettes with his teeth. I'm like, all right, cool. He starts smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, all right, this is getting good. Because meanwhile, I am the nosiest neighbor in town, but also my child's fixing to leave to go to school, so I want to like be observant in what's happening, right? So, then he goes into his magic bag of tricks, his black bag, and he pulls out a Bud Light. He cracks open the can, and he's sitting there smoking a cigarette and drinking his Bud Light. And I'm like, this guy, mind you, y'all, it's like, I don't know, 11 o'clock, 10:30 this morning. And I'm like, the funniest part of all of this is that the builder has set up a camera that faces the property. I guess so people don't steal their like supplies or whatever. But it's it's right there. Like I know it's there. This dude is oblivious to all this. So when he's done smoking his cigarette and chugging his beer, he just leaves it there on the porch. And just walks off, cuts through the yard onto my driveway, and walks on down the street. I'm just like,
Wow.
this is fun.
I think we all should go over to Amy's and
And just
maybe
drop off. It's
use the
fine.
porta potty and go
You
sit up on the
know.
porch and drink beers.
Lord Jesus, I've already got the neighbor, who passed away, and then like the roommate who showed back up and is running a generator out there and like squatting, I guess. I don't know what's happening in the universe right now, but good God, Lord baby Jesus. I'm like, check please. Can I Anyway, so that's a day in the life of my life. That's where I'm at. But we do have a guest, and so I think I've rambled on about my life and the day in the life of the neighbor with the porta potty. It's so much fun. I will update you next week on
We want footage.
the
We
next
want live footage.
I do have I have a picture of today's event, where he's actually sitting like enjoying said beer. He's like got it, tipped back, and I'm like, what? It's fine. It's fine. It is entertaining. Thank you. I see your comment, Devin. I'm sorry to hear that. It is TV, natural TV. It absolutely is natural TV. It
That's
is
great.
entertaining. Like I'm the nosiest neighbor in town. So if you want to know anything about my neighborhood, I can fill you in. But it's better to know than not know, right? Yeah.
I know somebody like that, but I'm not going to say any names. They might be listening.
Okay. Anyway, Jason, welcome to the show. And we are so happy to have you, and thanks for listening to our random rambling.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Wow.
I really appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
we're
tell us a little
glad
bit
to
about
have you here.
yourself.
Basically, I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, Started
Love
Lost
it.
Souls Paranormal Detectives back in 2007 with my best friend Craig. And we've basically, for the past 17 years, I guess, just kind of dove into the paranormal field and tried to experience everything we could, about it. Um, just trying to, I guess the best way to describe it is um, he's very skeptic. I'm very empathic, and we keep each other grounded. So when we go out, it's just like, um, it just makes the perfect combination because we've been together for so long that we don't really know what each other's going to do, but it's more of the, kind of, oh, wait a minute, did you do that? That sort of thing. But that's basically, how we start, where we started, and how long we've been doing it.
That's a good vibe to have, when you're investigating, to have that vibe with your partner because, you can kind of bounce off each other in different ways, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, are you like out of Knoxville?
Yes. Yeah. We've been in Knoxville the whole time. Yes. Like we currently both live here in Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been a part of like a Ghostbusters event in downtown Knoxville when the Ghostbusters movie came out, the one with the girls.
Okay. Yeah.
I was down there for that. At the movie theater in downtown Knoxville. But like I love Knoxville. It's so cool and it's got some really cool things. Like, okay, there's a college there, like a closed down college. I have pictures of it, like where I just drove near it, but I didn't actually get out because
Right.
trespassing, and I really do not look good in orange. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, but that college, have you ever been able to investigate that college?
I have not, and if I think that's the one you're talking about, it was originally called the Knoxville College, and it was an African American college.
That's it.
Um, but I haven't there in the past probably 3 or 4 months. There have been some break-ins and some fires and stuff over there, so I haven't
Aw.
actually drove by it since then to like take a look at it and see what kind of damage has been done.
That's very sad to me because
Mhm.
it's a beautiful college,
Mhm.
and the history of it is really cool. So that makes me sad. But I do have some pictures that I took there. I had a friend that took me around there,
Yeah,
and
it's really neat to see that, too, because that's a lot of history.
mhm,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I have investigated that the train car.
Okay.
I have done that in Knoxville, but I love Knoxville. It is so fun there. So very cool. Like, do you have a specific place in Knoxville that you like to investigate?
We we don't really have a specific spot because for us it's like Knoxville has so much so close together that I don't know, it's just like it kind of creates its own energy. Um, and I know from, not necessarily paranormal stuff, but just from people moving here in the past couple of years has been tremendous. And I
Really?
think, yeah, it's been astronomical. Um, Even, I mean, like my fiance, for example, she moved from Texas to come here, um, to live and everything. And that was before I met her. So, I mean, there's like tons of people coming here, and Knoxville to me has always been kind of behind the times a little bit, maybe 15 to 20 years. Um, so now it's finally growing, and you've got all this energy from the past of the history, and now you have all this new energy coming in, and it's really crazy right now. Like it's I get excited when I talk about it because I work downtown, and just going out and walking around because there's old churches down there. There's a
Mhm.
fort. There's a bunch of historic houses,
The
and you can just walk
cemeteries
around.
are amazing down there too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
down.
But that's kind of what I've noticed. You know, really a lot in the last 6 months is just the buildup of the energies going on.
But Tennessee tends to be the move to state now. I'm already thinking about, hey, I'm going to move. Tennessee sounds great. Let's go to Tennessee.
Well, I
Yeah,
love.
that's been on
I've
my
always
list.
loved
I mean,
Tennessee. I
I'm
love
there.
Chattanooga. I love
Mhm.
I
Knoxville.
love Tennessee,
Yeah,
and I'm there
yeah.
once a month, and I have friends up there, and I do love Tennessee.
And I mean, I always loved the restaurants myself. The old timey, cafes. They know how to feed you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the that's my problem. I like to eat a lot, so
Yeah.
there's so many choices. And then it's Southern food,
Oh yeah.
on top of that. So,
Well, I
but
always said the way to my heart's through my stomach. So
that's mine. Yep. But it's kind of cool being where I live. I am 20 minutes from the Smoky Mountains. Well, 30 minutes,
yeah,
and I'm like 15 minutes from downtown Knoxville. So
Mhm.
it's really cool to have that Appalachian,
yep,
history
yeah. I've
and
driven through
stuff.
those mountains many a time.
It,
Absolutely.
and then you have kind of like the city history as well, and it just kind of combines, together.
Yeah, I actually, I mean, fell in love with Knoxville when I used to work for a seafood company out of Atlanta, and we delivered into Knoxville. And I'd have to go up there and spend the day talking to the restaurants and all of that. And I was like, man, this is one of my favorite cities ever. And
Mhm.
of course, the top of my list are like the old, like Savannah and,
Mhm.
you know, the French Quarter in New Orleans and St.
Uh,
Augustine. But when I go with like away from that
mhm.
genre, I guess, or whatever, yeah,
Yeah.
Knoxville's absolutely top of the list.
That's
So,
that makes me feel good, like because Knoxville is like I can see it slowly coming along and slowly getting bigger and better, and that just only helps us, in the paranormal community here because you get so many more interests and people coming in that we can actually talk to people about the paranormal and about our experiences and Bigfoot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
it really helps a lot. And I was going to tell you, the bridge that I drive over every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day on the interstate during the Civil War, was blew up 4 times by the north and 4 times by the south.
Damn.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just like little, like there's like so much history and so much energy like around that. Like I tell people all the time, I'm like, I'm blessed and I'm happy to be living where I'm able to live. Um,
Absolutely.
Is that
because
that big? Is that big like arched looking bridge? That
no,
there?
that one was blown up several times too
Okay.
during the Civil War. Yeah,
Goodness.
I
yeah.
don't like these
Damn.
bridges.
I just thought that was like really like a weird, interesting fact. And I was reading through some
Yeah.
past articles and stuff. And of course, then my mind went straight to paranormal, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody has passed, in this vicinity,
Right.
and I start mapping it out and I'm looking at it and seeing where everything was. But it's, when you're driving around basically anywhere here, if you have any sort of like empathic gift or paranormal insight or anything like that, you'll pick up on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's a great place. It
Yeah, I
is a
share
great
the
place.
empathic gift the same as you do. That's my gift.
Yeah.
One other thing that's really
I
interesting
rely on
about
you.
Tennessee is the body farm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Actually, I worked at the UT hospital for a couple of years, and it was very interesting, to say the least. Like knowing that the body farm was, say 1,000 foot away from the building, or whatever. Um, And then leaving, I would work all different shifts, but even leaving, you'd have to drive by the main building. And when you drove by it, it was like, ooh, it always gave me chills to drive by it.
Yeah,
Because
I bet.
it was, but I had
Yeah,
some really great paranormal experiences at the hospital. But
I bet.
that was always leaving was always like the main one because it's like that, and then there's the old saying too about the bodies from the body farmer underneath the Neyland Stadium, and people
Just
talk about that for years. That they would storm down there and stuff in cold lockers.
Could you imagine being a kid and
Oh,
stumbling onto the body farm?
I know because
whoopsie.
it's
Whoop.
I
You'd be
mean
like,
it's
whoa.
yeah, because it would be they just recently came out with some more stuff, and and it's been a lot more in the news, I guess, for the public.
Right.
But some of the stuff they have there is just, to me, is completely insane. But
Oh yeah. But
they need it.
they need it to be able to, do what
Yeah,
they do this day and age.
exactly.
Figure out,
Then,
how long it took for a body to decay under a pile of leaves or whatever,
yep,
stuff like that.
Yikes. That's some
yeah.
yikes.
And then as soon as I think about it, it's like my paranormal side kicks in. And I was like, I would love just 8 hours. Just
That,
let me go in there for 8 hours, and
that.
and do it, because that would be like the ultimate adventure for me, because I don't know after that what would happen. Would I still do the paranormal stuff, or would I not? I mean, because there's so
really.
much
Yeah.
different stuff going on, you just never know.
Right.
You
Yeah.
think though that and oh, hi Heath, I see you. I see your comment. So I don't know. You think you have to be, you have to choose that life. I'm gonna choose the body farm life, right? Like you have to
Right.
choose that. You can't just
Yeah.
random willy nilly put people out there. So you
No.
wonder though, the energy that comes from that is interesting because what kind of, I don't know, like the energy that would come from that. But you chose that. You're like, you know what, hey,
Right.
I'm gonna die. Go ahead and put me out there and I don't know, bury me under some pantyhose or whatever. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm just
Yeah.
I get weird. But just to see
In the history of body farms,
I hate all of
they
you.
have
Just so
probably
you know.
never buried a body under pantyhose. I'm just saying.
Under a car,
Well,
maybe. In the
I
I'm
mean, that
trunk
gonna
would
of
be
a
just
a
car.
recommend
Under a
They
pair of
they
pantyhose. No,
yeah, after they watch this, they may
they
try
may
it. You
try
never
it.
you
Yeah.
never know.
right?
You're
Just
onto
so they
something.
know, exactly
Yeah.
how long it
First,
takes to decay under a
last
pair
week
of
we learned
Yeah, I
pantyhose.
that
mean, you never know. It's like, huh? Let's see. I heard
If they're
that somewhere.
sweeping in that
pantyhose.
zigzag
Yeah,
motion
the zigzag
and
pattern.
they're
Now they hide
sweeping,
their bodies under pantyhose.
Yep. Yep.
I think we're getting
I'm giving away
very
all
remote.
my secrets. Anywho, so I'm just saying, so those people have to do that. But so I guess you're okay with that energy of what's happening to you or your meat carcass because you're not there. But
It's
Right.
whatever. So you're watching it. I would just really be interested to see what energy comes through at a place like that.
Yeah, that would be, like I said, if I could get, like 10 people and have the opportunity, to go do that, then I think that would, kind of be, as far as Tennessee goes, the holy grail of being able to see if anything is there or not, and that's,
Oh,
and
absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
well,
Well,
yeah,
and
I'm sure there's going to be something there because people donate their body to science, but
that's
do
what
they
I was
really
getting ready to say.
consider we're going to end up at the body farm
Yeah,
right, yeah,
they
underneath a
could
pair of
do I mean,
pantyhose?
skeleton
exactly.
or autopsies or something like that, but
You
not
have to keep using the
at the
pantyhose,
body.
okay?
You started it. Um,
Exactly. Don't forget the zigzagging.
God.
You only sweep in a zigzag motion if you hear screaming coming
From the
randomly in an
pantyhose.
abandoned hospital or you're the
Oh.
only person there. Then
So
you
it-
should sweep in a zigzag motion in case dolls or whatever. I'm just
Right.
saying that's just what
Mhm.
happened, okay?
No.
TJ, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't she say sweeping in a zigzag pattern like a serial killer?
Yes, she
Isn't
Yes.
that
did.
what she said?
Yes.
That is
It
exactly.
had
I mean,
nothing
we
to
can go back.
do.
We can go back and watch last week's video, but that's
I don't
exactly
know
what
that we
she
need to
said.
quote
That's
me
what
on
she
everything that
said.
I say.
It's being
That's all right.
recorded.
This is awful.
She hates us, Kevin.
I'm telling you.
I did say that.
It's okay. We love you,
I
Amy.
don't know that that's true. I just kind of, sometimes I just.
I figured you had some sort of insight, but now we're talking about burying bodies under pantyhose, so I'm
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
convinced.
I'm going to go on an adventure. I'm going to find a prison with a serial killer, and I'm going to ask, if they
Yeah.
sweep in a zigzag pattern.
Exactly.
I don't know where else to find that information. I'd Google it, but I don't even think Google knows.
No.
Well,
No.
anyway, so yes, that would be a spectacular place to
To
investigate.
investigate. Okay, we'll get back to that. Yes, it would. It would. And TJ, I was thinking the exact same thing that you just said is, you think you're giving your body to science for like some grand,
Yep.
they're going to do
Yep.
autopsies on me, or
Something.
they're going to do, I'll become a teaching skeleton or something like
Right.
that. You don't imagine being put in a barrel.
A barrel,
With
and you get hung
pantyhose.
from a tree to see how long it takes for your head to pop
Yeah.
off, from the
And,
rope.
and I'm, yeah, and I'm not knocking that because I think it's fascinating.
It's not my
But
body. I'm okay with it.
Because he
yeah,
sleeps in a zigzag motion. This guy.
There we go again.
maybe we need to call there and ask if they've heard of that.
You know what, Kevin? If we ever listen to the news and they're talking about a serial killer they're trying to find that sweeps the floor afterwards, we know who it is.
I think that's that way.
Exactly.
It's me. Oh,
Devin, watch out. That's all.
I'm the problem. It's
Hide the
me.
broom, Devin. Hide the broom.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now we know why she's watching that porta potty.
I like to sweep. I find sweeping very satisfying.
Uh-oh, we got eyeballs now. Hey, Barb.
What are you doing?
Devin, she's running.
Anyhow.
Take the broom with you. Hide it in the porta potty.
Yeah.
No one will find it there except for that guy who was casually drinking his beer at 10:30 this morning. Anyway, so
Run, Dev, run.
I would I would really love to investigate. Hey honey. I would love to investigate my neighbor's house, but they've been removing a lot of things. There's been a dumpster. So let me update everyone. So my neighbor passed away, if you haven't heard, in his house, and was there for like a month ish.
Give or take.
Yeah, we don't exactly know, but so yeah, now there's been dumpsters and they're like removing things now. Like there's been people like he had a lot of things in the backyard, like he was a hoarder, so he had all this like metal and all kinds of things. So they're taking all these things away, and then they put a dumpster in a dumpster was like things like couch, and I'm like, oh. So now that these said things were removed, I would like to go in there because there's a whole history in there. Like a whole family basically passed there. like mother, son, husband, all the things happen there.
Were
It's
you
a weird
living there the whole
place.
time?
Hmm?
Were you living next door while these people were dying? You know, and you were
Only him. Like the father and mother, they were gone before I moved in, and I've been here quite some time. But he's been my neighbor for quite some time. I've seen some girlfriends kind of come and go. Well, there's one specific girlfriend. She was something else. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a different show. So I don't know, but he, I told you my last interaction with him, he said, that both his parents had died there, and that he would die there, and now he's gone. And I probably have taken the last picture of him ever. It's bizarre
boy.
to me, and I have, like, I'm sad about it, and so I've been telling people, all the people in the neighborhood, that he would have known, like, that he was gone, and to, think
So
about him,
did
because
did we ever find out what he died of? Natural causes? Amy took a sick bag
mm,
pattern broom to him.
no, because I loved him. He was a good neighbor. He was a nice man, and he had really cool stories. Like, he was legit a cool dude. He had some issues. He had a little bit of a drinking problem, but he was cool. I don't know what happened. I know that he had said that he had some, like, some chest pain and some, I don't know. I'm guessing that maybe he had a heart attack, or
It's
he
possible.
took too much medication, because he had that whole burn incident. Um, so I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody will tell us anything. We're just kind of hanging out, waiting.
Crazy.
But anyway, we'll get off of that. All right, so let's talk about ghosts. Tell me your favorite place to. Have you investigated Old South Pittsburgh Hospital?
Yes. Um,
And
we investigated it before and then after.
I
So
love that.
so
Okay, me too.
we've been both pre renovation and then renovation. So it's it's definitely different. I think both times. Um, there was before it was renovated, there was a really, really like heavy, just I don't even know how to explain it. It was just very um, kind of dark, in some
Repressive
places.
type, a repressive
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah, it was very
Yeah, he was.
like that, and that was that was the thing. And I remember hearing a lot of voices, a lot of times, so much that I couldn't even hear my own voice. um and the cool thing about it is, even with the renovation, that's still there. And that's what I think is cool, because I feel that a lot of the spirits and stuff, that they are pleasantly happy with what's happening. I mean, it's
They
like
are.
it's almost like this running soap opera, constant, because they get to tell their story every time. They get to do it, and I think it's good, because people get to go listen and experience that, there. Because for me, doing it as long as I have in investigations, that is the perfect training facility for someone that has never done it, or for the experienced person.
Right.
I'd agree with
Absolutely.
that.
I agree
Yeah.
with all of that. It is an amazing place, and I have done both,
Yeah.
before and after. And now I'm there, once a month, at least. So, it is an amazing place, and it does speak to you, and you have your own, adventures there. But
Yeah.
she's never quiet. She's
No,
not a quiet place.
no.
She is lighter now. She is happier. I think they appreciate the spirits that are there, appreciate what's being done. They
Right.
appreciate the love that the volunteers put in, the hours and the time spent um, getting it back to what it was, versus prior to Ronnie owning it was kind of a train wreck.
It was rough. I mean, it was probably, to me, it was like borderline. Okay, when you sign that paper, it's like, and then you walk in and you're going, okay, wow, this is almost condemned. Almost condemnable, almost. So some of the places, and now it's like you walk in and you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. I can
Mm-hmm.
relax, investigate, do what I need to do, or what I want to do, and try to connect with some spirits. And that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. She's
Mhm.
beautiful now. She's getting back to her glory. I mean, I have a huge love for that hospital. And
I'm
now
sorry.
We lost
Harriman.
Kevin.
Harriman is very interesting too. Have you been to Harriman yet?
We have not. We haven't been to the Harriman Hospital yet.
Okay, because that's another hospital that Ronnie owns. Harriman is also beautiful. Like you don't realize just looking at the front of the hospital, or if you see a picture, you don't realize how big Harriman is. Harriman is huge, and the history. And I'm so sorry if y'all hear weird noises in the background, but I have a cat, and she is
Okay, we
she
just
is
figured it was Devin.
in the mood.
Oh,
I don't know how to put it nicely. Anyway, and the rest of my
sorry,
cats are like,
Devin.
"You are so gross. Will you please stop?" The rest of my cats are like, "Mm-mm, "We don't do that here." Um. Anyway, but yeah, so definitely check out Harriman.
Well,
On one of your adventures. But okay, Bell Witch. Have you done the Bell Witch?
I have not. Craig, my uh, best friend, co-founder, he's been there. Um, I didn't. He didn't really talk about that much, to be honest. He just said they had stopped back by there on a trip um, back. So I don't know. He said it was interesting and stuff, but I I don't know. I'm mixed on that because I've heard so many different stories about it that I don't know until I go there. How I'm going to react and stuff.
You got to experience it for yourself because you can't,
Right.
because all the different stories.
But yeah,
Makes
it runs a full gambit of what people think happened and is going on. And yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree with you 100% on that. I'd love to go,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we were planning a trip. I don't know, 18 years ago, 15 years ago to go, and it flooded.
I'd go as long as
And
I get to come back.
huh?
I don't want to
About
disappear.
That was a long
yeah.
time. I think it's probably okay now.
You think?
Oh, it's open.
It's not that far from us.
It's
Oh,
not. It's
We could
really
have a
not.
day adventure and we
oh,
could document
Jesus.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Lord.
I got my
it.
keys somewhere.
I'll let you drive because I'm the passenger princess.
We don't see Kevin and Amy again. We'll know why.
Yeah, she got us.
We're not coming to look for you.
We went on an adventure. Um, Look,
Yeah.
because I really want to go by the Moon Pie store in Chattanooga,
Yep.
and on my way to South Pittsburgh, like, and I was kind of running late, and
You got to send me
on
some
the
of those
way home it
pies.
was dark, but I want to try the blueberry moon pie. These are
They'll
the
send
things
me
in my
some.
life.
I haven't tried that one yet. I did end up trying the salted caramel. Um,
What? There's a salted caramel?
salted caramel, and it was pretty decent. I still like
There's a
just the
salted caramel
chocolate,
moon pie.
but they have a salted caramel one out now, and I
Mm.
bought myself and
blueberry.
Kamana, my fiance, one, and she ate hers, and I was like, I don't want to try it just yet. And then I took mine to work, and I was like, yeah, I'll try it. You know, and I was like, ooh, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys later. I'm on my way down to Chattanooga
It
to
was
get me some moon pies.
I was, and around here, you know, that's a huge thing, you know, because Chattanooga's hour and a half from Knoxville. So, I mean, it was, you know, that's always been sort of one of our staples, you know, as you get, you know, RC and a moon pie. So
Yeah.
they start coming out with all these different
Oh
flavors,
yeah.
and I'm like, whoa, they have strawberry and this and that, you know, and it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Geez, the best I can do is go to Bass Pro and get the banana ones.
Banana's my favorite,
I mean, they don't have all those flavors.
Yeah,
but I want to try blueberry and
Well, you better
lemon.
get two and send me one. And make sure you don't wait like 6 years before you send it, Amy.
The problem is that I cannot stand Chattanooga traffic. Like it is insane to go from Georgia to Chattanooga. Like the traffic is just stupid. Like I don't understand why we can't get our shit together,
Well, hi there.
Chattanooga, and get the road right.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. I'm just
She
saying.
came to
I
visit.
live in Atlanta and it's also crap, but at least we
Oh.
sort of have it
Yeah.
together.
I hate Atlanta. That's like driving the Indy 500 without a helmet.
yeah.
It's really not that fast, which it sounds like you're making it sound like we're actually going fast. We're not.
What if you get on 400? It's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes.
exactly, Kevin.
Sometimes.
You're in a 35 and somebody flies past you doing 180. Come on.
That's
I
400.
about
That's
got
completely
rear-ended
different.
yesterday by my McLaren. So,
Last time
that's
I was
like
there, I was on a Greyhound bus and it ran over a truck. Like,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, it was. Oh, it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, when I about got hit by that McLaren, I was thinking, you know, that guy probably had to go home after about losing his car. You know, a car that costs as much as 3 houses, and he about rear-ended me. So,
Wow.
but yeah, it's crazy here. It really is. I don't think there's worse traffic. So,
Well, yeah, there is New York City.
yeah, that still would. The
Even
Atlanta's
at
right.
midnight, it's still
I'm
not
never
a
driving
back
in New
street.
York City.
Mm-mm.
Listen, I'm way too much of a passenger princess, and I am not doing that. No. I will drive in Atlanta, but I don't like it, and I do complain a lot. And God forbid I have to park somewhere. We're all going to be punished for that.
Jesus.
Everyone in the car is going to hear the wrath of me. I promise. Mark my words. It could be anywhere, like Barbara, if you're still listening. So South Carolina, I had to park downtown ish. And there was a lot of anxiety on my part. I don't care for that. I don't like to parallel park. I'm not really sure how I passed that to get my driver's license, but there is that. I don't enjoy that. So Chattanooga, I figured, you know what? If I get off the highway in this traffic and I have to deal and I have to try to parallel park, I'm gonna have a full-on anxiety attack. So no.
You just look
So-
for the pull-in spot, you know?
That's what I do. I will circle and circle and circle until I find a place where I can just pull right in because I'm not good at the backing and the trying and the looking and the that's just too much for my for my ADD. Nope. So anyway, we don't want to talk about parking. This is a show about ghosts. So let's talk about ghosts.
It sounds like if she's parking, there could be a few ghosts, but
That could be. It could happen.
Your ghost.
Don't get in my
take
my
out a
path
few
if
people,
I
they're
have
going
to
to become
parallel park.
ghosts. They're going to come back and haunt her. Say, you know, you need to learn how to parallel park. I'm dead because of you.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so let's talk about ghosts. So tell me a scary story.
Let's see. I don't have so many, but I'm trying to think.
Favorite.
I think one of the ones that probably freaked me out the most um, is it's a hospital story. But it was a hospital we had here. It's torn down now, but it was called Baptist Hospital, and it was across the Henley and Gay Street Bridge in South Knoxville. So it was right next to a body of water. Um,
Mhm.
so I had went up there to visit, and um, it still baffles me to this day. But I went up to visit and everything, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna go down get some drinks on the second floor." Now we were on the 11th. I thought, okay. So I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "Couple floors down, I saw a vending machine. I'll go." They're like, "Fine." So get in the elevator, hit the button, and it stops. Well, I'm not paying attention because I'm in a rush. So I get off the elevator, and to the left was like the nurses station, like the triage unit or whatever. So I walked down there and I looked left and looked right, and it was like completely dark. Like that was the only light that was on, and I'm like, um, I don't think anybody's here. So I turned. Well, the elevator had already, the door had already shut, and I was like, well, I got to wait. So I hit both sides of the buttons because I was starting to freak out a little bit, you know. And so I turned, and when I turned, there was a lady standing there at the nurse's station, nurse's uniform on and everything. So I walk over, and I'm like, excuse me, is this floor closed? I got off on the wrong floor. And she just kind of looked at me, and smiled. And I was like, it's okay. I see you're busy. Well, I turned to the right, and I start walking down the hallway. And as I'm walking down the hallway, I would start noticing that every door, there's no numbers, and it's complete. It's like it has that hospital lighting, so it's kind of gets darker as you're going down the hallway. Well, I get about four doors till the end, and I turn, and nobody's down there at the nurse's station. And I'm like, okay,
Good.
well, maybe it was a fluke or something. Now, all the doors were shut, like on both sides. So when I turned, I passed one set of doors on my left and right. The next set of doors were cracked. And when they were cracked open and I looked and something freaked me out, it was just like, I've got to go. And I've got like eight more sets of doors to go till I get to the elevators down this hallway. And the closer I get to the elevator doors, the doors on each side are open more. So I get to the last set of doors and they're completely open. And I turned the elevator's on my left. I hit the button, I'm standing there. And I turn back to my right to the nurse's station, and I look, and the nurse is standing there again in the same position, the same exact thing. And I literally I think I turned white, like I was like pale. And the elevator door opened. I got on the elevator, went down the second floor. I don't even remember what floor I got off on because, at this point, I'm like a nervous wreck. So I walked downstairs, walked outside a few minutes, came back up, and I was like hoping, the elevator wouldn't stop. Like I hope it stops on 11th floor. That's where I'm going to the 11th. That's where and I get to the 11th and it opens, and I'm like, okay, I see the people I know,
Yeah.
and it was like such a short amount of time, but the experience felt like it lasted forever. I was gone maybe 20 minutes at the most, but to me, it literally felt like I was gone an hour. And, seeing what I saw, like I'll never forget the face. Like just, it was like the face and the look and just a smile. And then that was it. It was just one of probably the creepiest, and I'm doing investigations at this time. And, I thought I was always ready. I thought I was always, prepared and this and that. And, that one incident really taught me that I wasn't nowhere near ready, to go and further my paranormal stuff at that time. It was insane.
That's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
creepy.
I would love to see her.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like the most beautiful glow, and but it was so surreal that I think in my mind I knew she wasn't there, because I really felt that this hall was really empty. But what I was seeing, I couldn't deny it. There was no way.
Yeah.
There was no way for me to be like, this didn't just happen.
Was the
Yeah, it's
was
cool.
the hospital completely abandoned at that point?
No, it was still a working hospital at that time. It was
Okay.
probably, I don't know, I want to say 10 years maybe after that they shut it down, and we're going to turn it into a couple of different things, and this and that. And I think now it's actually campus housing, because it's right across the river from the University of Tennessee. So
What a
it's like,
creepy place to have campus housing.
and that's what I think that's what it is now. Like I said, I haven't really checked into it after my little,
It sounds like it would
it,
be. It sounds legit. Like if it had
and
power and water and all
yeah,
the things. But
yeah. I mean,
yikes.
everything was there. I mean, it was a full working, full cafeteria, and I'd heard they were going to do so many things with it, like a retirement home, this and that. But I was just thinking to myself, like, the hospital was one of the first in Knoxville, and it had been there a long time. Um, so, all the energies and spirits and stuff that were there, plus it being that close to water, and having that energy, and then you've got all the people that work there come visit, and and all this, the culmination of spirits, I guess, at one time.
Kind of walked into a parallel
Yeah,
realm
Yeah.
to the hospital.
yeah. Yeah, and that was because I worked at when I worked at UT, I kind of had that same mindset, but the stuff I saw there was just you know insane compared to what I saw at the Baptist hospital. It was just a lot more amplified, a lot more I don't know how to say it, paranormal, I guess, because it was 24/7 nonstop energy.
Well,
And
you got to think how I don't know how long the hospital was in business before it closed. You had all the patients that came in and out of there. I mean, even a little bit of their energy behind could have caused it.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's not even counting all the people that may have died there.
Right. Yeah. And that's a lot of things that and when I talking to people about the paranormal, and people that are thinking about getting into it, I'm like, you really got to do some your research.
Right.
You really got to get in there and figure out what's happening. And it's not just well, I'm going to Google it and see what happens. There's a lot of computer work, but then you have to go and physically look even before you investigate. So it's a whole nother, like, you get so many different energies I feel that so many different times of the day that it's very it's very overwhelming at times.
And I mean, there's a lot of people that think, oh, well, we got to do this in the the witching hour or whatever, and it's like, no, there's different spiritual activity 24/7. It does.
Yep.
They don't just come
Absolutely.
out at night.
I mean, especially in a place like a hospital.
Exactly.
Like a hospital, like a jail, like a prison,
you're gonna
like
have
a
residual
hotel,
outside of
even a
intelligence.
hotel.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't
There's
matter.
always going to be that, residual, or like I said, intelligent hauntings.
Right.
It may be just like a mark, like watching a movie over and over. It may be the same thing
Right.
every day,
Yeah.
like the nurse.
At a certain time
Okay,
of day.
the nurse you've seen, maybe she worked there for years, and that was where she, she stood. You may have been seeing something from a different time period.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was very. I mean, just that's why I think I love hospitals for the fact of that they help people and they cure people, and stuff like that. But then it's also like there's so much that we can learn spiritually from those places too.
Exactly.
That that I don't think people quite understand it yet. Maybe. I think there are a lot of people that do, but the people that um, I guess are more scientifically driven
Right.
don't they're just like okay, and then I always consider myself a little bit of both, but with the instance I'm very like there's so much we could learn from that.
Right. And
you
I
know
always, when I you know, go out to an investigation and people ask me what might be going on, because they don't, well, I don't believe in ghosts or whatever,
right,
scientifically, if you want to look at it on a scientific note, we all know scientifically energy cannot be destroyed.
right,
What
No.
we can shed this body, but the energy that is within us is going to
mhm,
stay behind. And that's all
yep,
scientific.
yep.
You can't
uh,
destroy energy.
no, no, and that's the thing that I've had to learn throughout my investigating and stuff because it was it's always like that learning curve and we all learn different,
Right.
and
Right.
it's that when you learn it you're like, okay, I think I might be onto something here. Let's see if
And I
we
mean,
can take it a
there's a
little
lot of
further.
there's a lot of TV shows out there that they only want to, they want to everybody to see the bad side. Oh,
Right,
it's evil, or
right,
the shadow, it's evil. Well, I've come across a lot of shadow figures. I've even captured them, and just I look at it this way: if you're seeing it in a shadow figure and it's
right,
not being malevolent, then
yeah,
it's just not ready to show itself to you. It's going to show itself as a shadow. It
exactly.
doesn't want you to know yet who it is or what it is, whatever.
I
Yeah.
don't
But
think shadow figures are necessarily bad. And some
no,
people are
Mhm.
like, oh, they're,
it's evil,
harbingers of bad, evil
and it's
things
not.
to
I mean,
come. And I don't necessarily think that.
I have even
Yeah.
Well, because they're
literally
creepy.
I've
So
heard people say gargoyles. Oh, they're evil.
Hmm.
No, they're not. They have had them on churches for years, just for
Right.
protection.
Yeah.
They spit the water out. That's
Exactly. Well,
not
that's the second purpose for them. You're correct, Amy. They
well,
were
that's the part
used
that I
Yeah.
like.
back in the old days when the
That's the part I'm
gargoyles
they
going
were
with.
put on the
spit the
churches
water
and
out.
buildings. They had their mouths open, and they would, when it would rain heavy, the water would come down and shoot out their mouths. You're correct, Amy.
I'm aware.
I love that. That's the
I wouldn't
takeaway.
have said it if I
They, they protect you from evil. They
It's
spit the
not your
water
first day. And that's a good thing. You want the water to be spit out.
Exactly.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
Amy
true.
Show.
That was they used
It's different.
gargoyles before Eve's troughs. Well, it was hell.
Hmm.
There's
And then,
that, yeah.
but
Yep.
and we need to. I wish they'd start showing a little bit more on these TV shows of also the good side of the paranormal, not
Right.
just the bad.
Right.
Because
And that's
just like everyday life, there's good and there's evil.
right.
There's dark and light.
Yep.
It balances us out.
Yeah.
There's
I mean
more
that's
good than there's evil.
What was that, Amy?
There's more good than there is evil.
Yes, there is. Good
yeah.
will always conquer evil.
Mhm.
That's a
Not sure
that's
where
a
Amy is, but okay. I know she's there somewhere.
I'm there. I'm just fixing something.
She has become invisible. She's there. We just can't see her.
uh-uh.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, wow. I think she's smiling.
Oh, here she comes. I was gonna say she just cooked up a potion and became invisible.
It's magic. It's magic. It's magic. So okay, we have like the weirdest weather. Like all of a sudden it was like 70 degrees and now it's supposed to be 30 tonight. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
We've had
That's
50. We had like 57. I think it's supposed to be a low of 17 tonight.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what
understand.
ours is too. It's crazy.
Of course, I'm in the White Mountains, so
I have to put on my hoodie. Like, I don't look so badass because you can't see my tattoos with my hoodie on, but whatever. I'm freezing. So, all
oh, so
right. So, hospital. I just think that's very weird. It's weird when people turn these kind of places into like apartments. Like, hey, let's turn this old hospital into an
Mhm.
apartments.
Right.
Even hotels actually, because there's a very cool hotel. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona, and there's a very cool old hotel downtown that they've turned into apartments, and it's a weird energy, it's a weird environment, and the tragedy that comes with hotels, same as hospitals. You
Yeah.
think about the some people go there to end their lives, or they're happy, or they're sad, or they're whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting vibe there.
hmm it is.
And
It's a lot different.
to turn it into a place where people live is like, eek,
Yeah.
a little bit. I
Yeah.
don't
That
know.
would. I. I don't know. I think on the outside looking in, that's really great for people. But if like my house, I've lived here going on 24 years, and I mean I have stuff here. I've had stuff here since the day I moved in. Um, and I I've learned to live with it over the years and stuff. But I
Hmm.
think like you were talking about the people that turn these places into apartments, and then unsuspecting, I guess, renters move in, and 3 months later it's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's
Right.
going on. I don't know, which is good for us, though. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of odd to me, like you were talking about.
It is like at this house that I'm talking about, 2 doors down where my neighbor passed. Like, are they gonna like rent it out?
Right? Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
are they
Especially when
gonna
you walk
sell
down there and
it?
knock on the door.
Mm, I
Mhm.
have questions. Like, because there's obviously going to be some energy trap there. Like, because the whole family has passed there.
now
Right.
the thing is, I don't know how Georgia is, but there's a lot of states that when somebody dies in a house, they have to tell when they're selling that house that this many people have died in this house.
I think in Georgia, you only have to say if people are making meth there. If you had some meth Americans living in your house. Um, Other than that,
That's
in
bad.
Georgia,
Mhm.
I don't think you have to disclose that in Georgia. Mm-mm.
Yeah, this house
Yeah,
could
there's
be haunted.
companies that
Just
do that.
just if you are Meth American.
So
Um,
appreciate you looking
because
at my house, but yeah, we've been cooking meth in here for. Come on, really?
let's cook.
That sounds like Georgia. That
It's
that,
like we're
Yeah.
all like
It's like,
Breaking
there's
Bad
probably
over
a
here.
law
yeah,
about that on there.
like I'll buy the house if you knock 15 grand off.
Right, because I know you've been
Yeah.
cooking up in there. Actually, I know.
Crap.
And so, like, if anyone wants to buy the house 2 doors down, I can get you a good deal because I know the insight that somebody died, and
Mhm.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so
Do,
you could get a deal.
do,
Follow me for
do,
more tips.
do you all think that a haunted house for sale, like example, like that one 2 doors down from you, do you think people are more apt to buy it if they know it's haunted, or do you think they were more apt to buy it if they don't know?
Mm,
Or to take that special buyer to, like, hey,
that
I've always wanted to own a
that
haunted house.
that would be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think it takes a person. It takes a special person who's like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, give me the haunted house,
Yeah,
or the
see,
one
I
that's
like
like,
the
oh
houses that
no,
that have many
that's
years, like
I'm
something from the
scared.
1800s or the 1700s,
But
something
you
that's
know what? That
really
doesn't
old.
necessarily mean shit in the fact of a haunted location.
Now
Whether it was built then or it was built in, 1992, it
Mhm.
still could be just as haunted as
Oh
something
yeah,
built in
because of the land, the
1890.
energy in the land.
Right.
And then you got
Um,
the if you got a river or a stream that runs behind it, that there could bring
yeah.
in energy also.
Mhm.
Right.
I always
Yeah.
look at rivers and streams. They're like railways for the spirits.
Mhm.
It's like a little train.
Absolutely. Choo
Yeah.
choo.
Yeah. That's that's pretty crazy. I had I tell you, this is more of like a phone consultation, not like an actual investigation, but kind of along those same lines with the energy from the water and the creeks and stuff. Um, I think it was like 4, maybe 5 years ago. I got a message on Facebook, and yeah, we if you're like us, you get a lot of messages. You're like people contacting you and this and that, and
Oh yeah,
and I don't want to sound any kind of way, but you kind of have to weed some of them out.
oh yeah.
Like you're going through them, and you can't take all the time to read every message. But I was going through and I was scrolling up, and one message stopped, and I was like, okay, so I clicked on it and didn't think nothing about it, and this lady had contacted me, and I was like, okay, that's the story was a little unbelievable at first, and I didn't think nothing about it. And but I contacted her, everything, talked to her. Um, Long story short, her family owned a piece of property, and it had been in the family for close to 200 years, I guess. I mean, we're talking about
Really?
farming and everything, and
Right.
the whole spill. So over the years, the land had been constantly tilled, and her father had found some Indian artifacts. And so I'm talking to her, and she's like, we've always found little things growing up, but never, the amount that he has found. And I'm kind of skeptical, like because you just don't really know how to act sometimes. And I was talking to her and everything, and she's describing this stuff. And I've studied the Cherokee Indians quite a bit because we're right beside North Carolina, and with the Appalachian Mountains and all that. So I've done my research, and the stuff she's explained to me, and I'm like, okay, it's this, or it may be this, or whatever. And she's getting to such deep detail about what's happening after her dad had went out and gathered all this stuff up because they were clearing the land one last time, and it was just they were finding arrowheads and tomahawk, the heads for those, and metal pieces and this and that. And he had took it and put it in a box in her garage. Well, going on probably a month or two after that, she started seeing a shadow person. And she went through the things trying to get somebody to talk to her and everything. So we ended up contacting her, doing the whole thing, and it got so bad that it was constantly there and freaking her and her grandmother out because she took care of her grandmother. And the whole artifacts was she found out. We went for I think 2 or 3 weeks talking back and forth, and she wasn't aware that her dad had put the artifacts in her closet or in the
No.
garage. I mean, and
Oh
so
boy.
he come over, and so basically what had
Surprise.
happened was the spirits that were attached to those objects were there at her house, so she had no idea what was going on. And we finally talked to her and convinced her, look, you've got to take it back. You've got to put it back where it goes.
Right.
And I've never been up there. And I explained everything to her to a T. Like the way the house looks, like, I never went and searched it, anything like that. It was just like, this is where it needs to go. This is where this goes. This is where you need to put this. And she did that. Her and her dad went and did it, and everything stopped. Like, just completely, no
Right,
more problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely.
And
because the natives
completely,
don't want their things touched. That it's
Yeah.
exactly.
sacred to
Yep.
them, and you
Yeah.
don't move that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And that was when you were talking about the water and how energies move, that story popped in my mind because that was such a traumatic experience for them, because it's their family's land. They've been there for generations, and nothing's ever happened. They lived
Right.
everything, and then now all of a sudden, she swore to me it was like an Indian medicine man.
Mhm.
Swore to me, and I'm thinking to myself, I hope not, because that may be a bigger problem than
Right.
just putting the stuff back.
Yeah.
She
Right.
may
Yeah.
need a real medicine man to come and take care of it after they put
Exactly.
it back.
Yeah. Exactly. But luckily we're fortunate for that not to happen,
Right.
and everything went back to the way it was. But it's almost like a respected nature. Respect. You know, um, the earth, the air, everything, because
Exactly.
the energy is so strong that you start moving stuff and you have no idea what you're going to get.
Exactly. Well, that's like the hotel we did back in 2014. The owner was like, "How can my hotel be haunted? I just built it in 2008." And it's like, buddy, do you have any idea what the land was before you built your hotel there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Because I believe, if I remember correctly, one of the spirits that they kept seeing was a Native American. And it was like, he wasn't happy.
Mm-mm.
You know, maybe they
Yeah.
moved something that was, they shouldn't have moved when they were building that hotel. But
Right.
there were spirits that were not happy in that hotel. And like I said, we got the evidence. And of course, he was too scared. He sent his general manager to watch the information, what we got. And she was like, he didn't want to come. He was scared. I said, understandable.
Yeah.
I know a few years ago he bought a hotel because I recently have seen the general manager, and she said they said it was haunted, and she says I told him that they needed to call you again, but he wanted to try somebody new. I said, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
I
I
mean,
scared him too much.
that's when it seems to be when that stuff happens, that's the reality of this is what is going on. You do have a ghost, an attachment, whatever, and it starts getting real to people, and then they don't really know what to do or what's happening.
Oh, yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, in 2019, we did a house, and after doing the house and showing the homeowner the evidence that her, deceased husband spirit was there and he was communicating, we did a cleansing for her, and it was like, I don't know, 2 months later, I went to give her the evidence, and she sent me an email saying, I have moved, just leave the evidence, that because I put it on a flash drive for her. She says, just leave it in the mailbox, but I'm selling the house. And I'm like, okay, why?
Yeah.
I guess it scared her that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, the house that I currently live in, well, I mean, I live, I don't know why I say currently, but the house that I'm in, and my father passed away in the house. So, it's kind of like that, you know, sort of spirit is here a lot more than anywhere else. I mean, it's a very, so I kind of see what she's saying, but at the same time, I was a long time ago, I was like, I can't, like, I see and I hear, and it is what it is, and I
Well,
got to
and I
deal
see
with it.
what people don't understand is like when my mom died, I'm originally from Michigan. Okay. And I went to Michigan. My mother passed. And I came back to New Hampshire, where I live now. And my mom had a message. And she came here numerous nights, sitting on mine and my wife's bed, wanting me to do a certain thing. And I guess I wasn't listening. It's like Mama wanted me to. And finally,
Yep.
my wife, Angel, said, I am really tired of your mom coming every night and sitting on the bed and waking me up. She says, will you please
Yep.
listen and do what she wants?
Hmm.
So I did. I found my oldest sister and I told her mom had passed. And after that, mom stopped coming. So
Hmm.
people think that, you can move away from that spirit. I'm sorry, that spirit can come visit you no matter where you are.
Yep.
They don't
Anytime
have,
at once.
they don't have to have, whatever flyer miles. They can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
that's a big, that for me, I feel that's a big thing because I've learned to, I guess, accept it, over the years. And, as far as, there's more spirits here than that. I mean, my family will come to visit and stuff, but I also have several others
right.
that pop in from time to time. And then, there's one that has been with me since childhood. And, it's kind of like a guardian angel or a
Right.
watcher or, whatever. But it's, there'll be times that, he'll make his presence known over everything else. And, it's that whole like, okay, I understand what you're saying, whatever the situation is.
Right.
And, but having that in the house is a blessing and a curse a lot of times too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
absolutely.
with you, Jason.
Yeah.
Sometimes our guardian angels kind of get a little put off with us because, they're constantly trying to help us out and we're just not listening.
Exactly.
I drove mine to drinking, so
Mine
They just
drinks
start
and does a
drinking.
lot of this. Like, oh my God, now what? That's what mine's like. Really? We're doing
yeah,
what
We're going to
now?
do
Hold
this
on.
again?
yeah,
Wait
Hold
a
on.
minute.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, my
yeah.
guardian
Mine
angel
lived
every
on
now and
Jack
again says,
Daniels and
hold my bear.
Marlboro's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Then what happens is like, say, I told you, you're like, yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
listen. I told you.
We're just,
Oh,
I,
I'll say,
I
who's Amy
thought
talking to?
I thought
Huh?
she was getting ready to say something to us.
That's what
Apparently,
I did too, and I was like,
I don't know.
there's
She was
I went
looking
something,
up. She's
I
talking to
I
don't
me.
went in
know. There's some
headphones and
sort
I
of
leaned in to hear.
something. The energy is weird in my house right now. Something with
Uh-oh.
my
It's,
child and Devin, and they're both looking at me like they have some sort of
uh-oh.
something. Anyway, I'm probably not prepared for whatever
It's okay,
is
Devin. Just message me.
doing
I
in
want to
my
know.
house. Is it good? No. Am
Oh,
I gonna be sad? Am I gonna be sad? Am I gonna be happy?
oh boy.
Am I gonna laugh?
You're already laughing.
I'm gonna laugh. Okay, cool. Perfect.
She stole your broom.
Am I gonna be stabby? Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Oof. We'll go with that. Eek.
Oh
all
boy.
right. That's our
Anywho.
takeaway.
What, Kevin?
What?
No, I'm probably.
I don't know. I thought you said something.
that's a
I was just kind of responding to, she was like, okay. And, I was like, okay, that's our takeaway, I guess, is
Yeah.
we'll never know. America will never know.
Not unless we can get Devin or Zach to, message us and let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Just look me up under TJ
Whatever it
Smith,
is, it's
right
gonna
there.
be great.
Oh,
Look,
right
I'm
there.
good.
See that right
It's fine.
there? Just look me up right there and you'll find me. Although
Mm.
I've had quite a few
I'm
lookups
curious
lately.
now. I forgot we were even doing the show. I'm like,
I am too. Like we're all distracted now by this. Whatever.
I don't know.
This nonsense.
I've been pretty popular
You know
this week. I guess Paranormal Survivor has been airing my episode again, and I've had people from Germany and Australia and all kinds of places contacting me.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I love it when I get a message that says, "You don't know me, but I saw you on Paranormal Survivor." And you see Melissa over here, she's like, and they don't even use actors that look like us. She was totally offended. The actor that did me didn't look like me. Just because I'm much sexier.
Do you get to pick? Do you get to pick who's gonna play you on the TV show?
No, not really. But in my younger days, I had people telling me I looked like Christy McNichol, but I think Christy McNichol looked like me.
well, yeah.
Well,
You have to
so you
Google
don't
her,
get to
Amy,
be like,
because
you
she was
know
before
what?
your
I
time, I'm
want
sure.
so and so to play me. So you don't get to do that.
They should have got Christy McNichol to play me.
Oh. I don't want to pick the person.
No, they
You
don't
want to
let
pick
us
who?
They don't let us pick the person. Although they got Angel pretty close.
Mm.
She had blonde hair, among other things. Amy's going to go watch the show again now.
Yeah. Oh, we're muted. Oh.
Uh-oh.
She's finding out. See if we can read her lips.
We can hear me now.
Yeah,
You
you
hear
just
me
thought
now?
you were muted. That's what's the
I
funny
have
thing
no
is.
idea. Hello. Anyway.
That's not fair.
Okay.
She
Oh
muted
well.
us.
You know what? Sometimes life is not fair. You know,
It
it
isn't.
sometimes just kicks us right in the dick.
You know what?
Anyway,
I know it very well.
it's great, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes life is like, hey,
Right
here's a
in
pony.
the
what?
Like
right
here's
in
a
the
pony.
what?
Here,
You heard it.
I want to.
You heard it here
I want to
first.
talk about something that is not ghost related, but I want to know that why in Georgia, people can sell hedgehogs. Okay, stop laughing. It's not funny. Why
It's
people
pretty funny so
there
far.
is a hedgehog seller, dealer, breeder, whatever. But if if you are a Georgia resident, you cannot purchase one.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's what I'm screaming.
Well, God damn it, I'm not coming to
Like,
Georgia if I can't purchase
for
a
real?
hedgehog. That's it.
I'm
I'm selling
gonna have
my
to move
ticket.
now.
That's it.
And I'm like, okay, so wait, I have to get someone who lives out of state to purchase me a hedgehog
Yep.
in the state that I live in.
But if you get
What?
caught with it, are you in trouble?
Yeesh, I don't know. I need to look into that.
Probably.
No, because if these people are breeding them, they're not getting in trouble. And they're
I can bring
breeding
you a
them.
hedgehog. It's not
So
a
why
problem.
can't
They
I
sell them
have
up
one?
there.
I just can't. I guess you could have one and you
Should
can
become a
breed
breeder then.
them, but you
Yeah.
just can't sell them to people
Then you
in
can have as
Georgia.
many as you want.
Oh, them little.
You can
They're
have
like
a
little
Look,
whole
I
herd
just
of
want to dress
hedgehogs.
it up all fancy. I want to make it like my investigating hedgehog. No one has that. It's cool. I like it. He's gonna be cute. I'm gonna dress him up in fancy coats and stuff and take pictures.
Is he going to
I'm
be
gonna
friends
be.
with Venus?
I don't know. Does Venus like hedgehogs?
Venus likes just about anything. I dress her up. She's my ghost dog.
Listen,
I take her on
hedgehogs.
investigations.
Well, hedgehogs should go on investigations too. Like I could have like a little like a
You're
pack,
going to have to have a
like a
little
baby
vest.
pack.
You're going to have a little vest with a little backpack.
Eaters and little. Yeah.
Kevin, are you gonna allow this?
Why not?
I really got a
You could
little
have a
quiet
little
for a minute. He was
hedgehog,
like, "Eh."
hedgehog
It's like-
ovulus there. It could be. That'd be kind of, yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I want my dog to go ghost hunting, so why
Well,
not?
hey,
I
we'll
guess
all get together. Bring our.
Why not
bring
have
our
a hedgehog?
paranormal
It's like a
pets with
it's
us.
like a zoo. It's
Yeah.
like a zoo investigation.
hmm
No, but my
There's
hedgehog, he could
two
wear like a
today.
little coat. He could wear a top hat, and he'll be fancy.
I'm not giving him one of my hats.
Fancy as fuck.
You notice
Well,
tonight's
he could.
black because somebody sent me a message. We had to wear black.
Because on Wednesdays
I always have black on.
we wear black.
I wear a lot of black.
So anyway,
I lucked up. I happen to wear blacks.
yeah, because last week you
Jason's
missed
wearing
the
black.
memo.
Yeah, I got black. Yeah,
You get the
This
memo?
guy,
Yeah.
hold on,
I
this
did.
guy
You must have got
last
the
week
memo.
missed the memo. This guy last week.
You got the memo from the one up there. Yeah, she's over there.
Right. It's so confusing. Like
Over there.
Anywho, so tell me, let me see. Have you done Waverly?
no, I have not. No.
I wanted to do that one.
It's worth the
What
trip.
are you doing? See, I haven't done Waverly either, so I'm like one of those. It's not. We've done Octagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done. We haven't went there either, and I believe I've checked. And I think they're closed right now. I believe.
What, Octagon?
Yeah,
No.
it's open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll have to get back
Yeah,
on the
it's
website
open.
and see. Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting. I liked
Watch
it.
out
We
for the
had
mannequins.
we had a door close. Like right next to us.
We have to go
Kevin
out
was
there and go out there and check it out because I know Craig had mentioned it a couple weeks ago
The
about going.
mannequins are. Watch out for the mannequins.
Oh boy, here we go with the mannequins again.
Well, they have them like staged at different places or something.
Oh, there are a lot of mannequins there. So many.
And some of them may or may not get out of the house.
Some do, yeah, because some have like wet skirts.
Wet
and,
skirts.
Oh boy.
and they've
There
been
you go.
running. And I'm telling you, that was weird. It was weird. Is it paranormal? I don't know. But was it weird? Absolutely.
It's
Because-
definitely weird.
Well, what I seen in the
Because
video was
that
weird, but anyway.
skirt, well,
That's
I may or may not have been inappropriate. It happens. Actually, if you know me, this is really who I am in real life. So,
Oh, Jason, I kept
ain't,
left.
Devin's
didn't
agreeing.
leave. I'm right here.
Ain't no shame
I
in this
didn't leave.
game. Absolutely.
I
And
got something in my eye.
sometimes
And I
Devin
want people to watch me dig.
comes along on these chaotic rides with me sometimes. But anyway, so no, really, that's really who I am in real life. Right here, this is me.
As long as you're not
So-
parallel parking.
Listen, that gives me so much anxiety to do that. Like, it's like,
Welcome back, Kevin.
Thank you.
Did you have fun? Were you parallel parking?
I was zigzag sweeping, but
You were
I
zigzag.
figured.
You didn't see
and
what
I
Barb
was
said.
checking my stash of pantyhose. But other than that,
She's
Telling you.
zigzag parallel parks outside of zigzag sweeps. Okay.
she zigzag
According-
drives.
According to the comments in the chat room, I did do a zigzagging
She
episode
does a lot of
But yeah.
zigzagging,
in my parking,
parking, sweeping.
sleeping, parking, all the things, all the important things.
She probably zigzags walking down a sidewalk. We don't know.
Depends on the time of day.
Depends on the pantyhose quantity.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the pantyhose because they're a killer. You might end up being buried under them.
All the things. It could
Love
happen.
you, Amy.
Were you scared about the pantyhose
Yeah, that would scared the shit out of me.
or the zigzag part? Which part is the scariest?
Zigzag
all
and
pretty
pantyhose,
scary.
man.
Yeah, I think it's all pretty equally scary.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
All right, cool. Cool.
The fact that you just know so much about serial killers is kind of,
I don't.
and it's stuff that's not
the
released.
part
I
about
mean,
the
it.
zig.
Amy, are you related to H.H. Holmes? I want to know.
Maybe.
Possibly another distant relative.
Mm-hmm. He is my favorite serial killer.
Yes, I know he is.
He very good at his craft. That's for sure.
He absolutely was, and like
Well,
to
he
me,
practiced first as Jack the
I
Ripper.
was
I
getting ready
think.
to say you got to practice on.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did get to practice, but it was a whole like
Yep.
design of his house that like blows my mind, or his
His-
hotel.
Yeah,
His murder
death,
castle.
His death hotel.
Yeah, his murder castle. It
That's it.
was amazing. Like that mind, the mind of a serial killer is usually a very intelligent mind, which is crazy because you think about all the places that he had, and like these like dump holes, and like he was crazy.
Well, it's good to know that they got
But think about
We
now.
gotta worry
Think
about being a
about
serial
that
killer.
house. But think about that house, and then think about the Winchester house.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I always thought it would be cool to go there. I've never been there, but I've always thought that's kind of on my list of places to go and check out.
Well, they built a post office on half of the property. They got grass for the rest of it. But
Right.
I'm glad now to know, though, that serial killers are intelligent. I know I'm never going to be a serial killer because I'm not intelligent. But
That's exactly what a serial killer would say.
Absolutely.
Just saying. We're on to you.
Evan, stop helping me.
I mean,
Yeah, I only
Just
kill
serial
blondes. It's okay.
oh goodness.
I'm safe. I'm just white.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Amy, you might not be.
I guess I'm gonna dye my hair real quick. Damn.
I got a thing for blondes.
But I will.
We do have more fun.
Well, I've had lots of fun. I was born blonde.
Because
Thank
we're
you.
zigzag sweeping, y'all.
But if the next time y'all come through Tennessee, I will tell you one place that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it's called the Greenback Castle.
Greenback Castle.
The Greenback Castle. It's a very unique place. People come from all over the world just to investigate it. But you go online, check it out, and stuff like that. But the gentleman that built it because it was he got a message from God that told him to build it.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah,
Hey,
so it's
isn't that what happens with most serial killers?
Yeah.
They get a message.
That's when when we went out and did an overnight investigation there. I thought we might be on that list. It was a little crazy.
Oh. Interesting.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, he built all that by hand.
Really?
Yeah, it's got turrets and everything on it. It's very very interesting.
The style reminds me of the Finster House in North Georgia.
Yeah.
Where because it was this kind of folk religious art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is good. And you can investigate it?
Well, you can go, like, I will tell you, when you turn off the main road to get to this place, it's literally, I would have to say, if I lived during this time, like the late 40s, early 50s, it's like you turn onto a dirt gravel road and then you make a right and it's just grown up grass, dilapidated houses, stuff like that, till you get to the very dead end, and that's where the castle sits.
That is an awesome looking place.
at the
Wow.
end of it. It's pretty
Oh my
crazy,
god.
but it's a very unique. Like I don't think a lot of people know about it.
They
Around here
also
because I
call
don't.
it Fortress of
Um,
Faith.
huh?
It says it's also called referred to as Fortress of Faith.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. There's a chapel there. That the guy that owns it, he'll go in there and preach, uh, and stuff like that.
Mhm. Pretty awesome.
This is cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty eclectic place, but it's very it's well worth going to check it out. Like it's one of those unique places that you could just go
That's
and go and visit.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm like miles deep into the pictures. How close to Knoxville is this?
It's about 40 minutes to an hour drive, maybe
From Knoxville?
from Knoxville.
Just
Yeah,
like going down towards Cleveland or
it's trying to think like 441. So yeah, it's going out towards that way, and it's like out in the heart of Greenback.
Yeah.
okay.
Lloyd Banks Jr.'s the one that designed it or built it.
Yes.
How cool. Okay, day trip.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm trying to think. I had a couple friends go up there not too long ago and check it out, and both of them were like, "We will not go there at night. Like we just won't go."
I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, I'd have to go during the day first before I even consider going at night.
That's what we did. We went a couple of times before we got permission to do an overnight investigation.
Yeah,
But it was
So you
just
can
good
get permission
things.
to end up
Yeah,
investigating.
just
yeah,
good
it's
things during the day that you can get at night. So
It looks massive. Is it massive?
it's not as big probably as the pictures show it. It's pretty good size, but it's not as like it's I don't know how to explain it. It's more of a L shaped, I guess.
Yeah. Oh shit,
But
we
it,
moved around. You guys are moving me around.
I know. Yeah, I was like, what happened?
And I go, who did that?
It's like, what the hell? I've got a beard now?
I
Oh
know,
no,
I
that's
know. I
not
was
me.
seeing
That's
it, and I
Grace.
was like, "What happened?"
Oh my god, we've changed places.
I looked and I thought I had a beard.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Surprise!
I think she's
Surprise!
zigzagging us. That's what's happening.
Yep.
I'm not zigzagging. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It could have been Stan. Maybe he's secretly the one zigzagging. Maybe it's not me.
I don't
I'm
know.
just the one that figured it out.
Evan's the only one that didn't move.
Yep. He stayed the same.
Maybe it's him.
It could have been. Maybe it was Raju.
Mhm.
Huh. Was it you? You did it? Okay. It was her.
Yeah, I'll add some comments. Hold on. Do we have comments? TJ, I have comments.
What?
Do we have comments?
They don't bite too hard.
I like that one. Let's all go to Waverly. The ghosts don't bite hard. What about do they push you down stairwells? Because
That's disappointing because sometimes you want them to wait hard.
maybe you want a
Sorry.
biting ghost. I don't know.
Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. The things you learn on our show.
I said maybe.
I'm not scared.
Well,
If
I'm
you
not
ever
scared.
get bit on an investigation, I'm not going to let you live that down, by the way. It'd be like,
no,
was it hard enough for you?
no.
Remember that
did-
one time you said
did
blah
you-
blah
did
blah?
you
And I'd be like,
like that?
Although I did have that spirit in bed with me, and I did pat it on the hiney thinking it was my wife, and it wasn't because she was in the bathroom.
surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It didn't-
When
At
I
least it
got
didn't
up and she
bite
was
you.
coming back in the bedroom, I'm thinking, what the hell did I just pat? Because there was something in the bed with me that night. Other than, well, it was a friendly
Um,
ghost, obviously.
Apparently.
And I guess maybe I was a little too friendly with the ghost.
Yeah, apparently you're like, hey.
What's up?
Coach is like, oof. I don't know if I'm coming back here or not.
We were supposed to do.
I picked the right house tonight.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
we
you say
came
we
back.
didn't get any fun.
I always try to be nice to the company.
That's nice. That's nice. Hmm. So, yeah, as always, we've gone right down the hill.
We're nothing if not consistent.
Hey,
That's absolutely true. Absolutely.
who invited me to this show?
Actually, we've only cussed like 3 times
No.
tonight, though, so we're doing pretty good.
I mean, what an amazing event. Like, I feel like I should drop the F-bomb right now just to, like, keep it real.
Fudge.
Who are we tonight?
Oh no! Oh my God, we're off our
We're
game.
wicked paranormal. That's who we are.
Oops.
Well, we've become
We're
wickedly weird tonight.
slightly wicked paranormal tonight.
Now we're just weird tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Weirdly paranormal. There we go.
The universe is doing some weird things right now.
Yep. It really is.
Just so
And it's laughing.
I'm not laughing. It's not funny
No,
anymore.
the
I'm
universe
tired.
is. But
I'm tired.
Oh, see, well, maybe
Universe,
it was.
I'm tired.
Maybe that's what it was. You see the comment there that the ghost at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado will climb in bed with you. Maybe it came to visit me.
That's possible.
I mean, this is the White Mountains. I mean, Colorado's cold. New Hampshire's cold.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe it came to go skiing and it found my bed.
How cozy.
Yeah. I'm
wow.
not saying a thing.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
I'm not gonna. I'll end
I
up
don't
with
know.
another
I
marriage
can't
proposal.
see
Kevin, I can't
that
handle
I've
more marriage proposal.
this one.
Yeah. What? Huh?
This one.
Oh, over there.
Anyway, I don't know. Because we moved and now
This
I don't even
one?
know where
Or
I'm at.
we talking about that one? This one?
You
What did I do now?
and your marriage proposals. Good love, baby Jesus. Anywho. I don't
Can't help it.
remember. That was a lot. You have that. You just have a thing about that. You just attract that. You've been on TV and yeah,
Fancy.
fancy.
It's
Kevin's been on TV.
come on, it's my eyes. See?
This guy.
Whoa.
It's the blue eyes.
Whoa.
It's the blue eyes.
This guy. Up here. Has been on TV. I was like on the news, like talking about a case downtown in Tucson. Mine doesn't count. Oh wait, hold on. I was on TV. You're right, I was. For that little like case thing I did. Mock
See?
trial.
See?
I was on some CNN thing.
And Kevin's been
Anyway.
on, wait a minute, Kevin.
Kevin
What
has
do you know
Kevin
that?
has been exciting on TV.
Kevin has been on TV.
Exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Next to the guy with the smelly shirt.
And now after
Yeah.
tonight, Jason's gonna be known.
Hey, that's awesome.
They-
Maybe I'll be on TV.
Yeah, I've never been on TV, but I mean, I have actually said that, but it's been a long time. Nothing ghost
Anybody out there
related.
watching in Tennessee, you need a ghost investigator, contact Jason.
Yep, we'll
These
be
two
more
up
happy to.
here have been on.
This guy, that guy.
He's been on Montel. Right?
Yeah, that guy.
Wow,
That was a fun trip.
I would say so.
Mhm.
And you were
crazy.
on it with my favorite psychic.
Really?
Yeah, I loved her.
Mm.
She was a hoot.
Yeah.
She tried to get me to be her paranormal investigator on the show.
Sylvia Brown.
So
That's
I
who he's
always
talking
wanted to
about.
meet Sylvia Brown.
yeah,
Maybe she'll come visit me.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. Or if that's whose ass you slapped.
Oh, goodness.
That's possible. You never know.
No, I think
You
she was still,
never know.
no, she had already passed by then. You're right.
Ooh.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
Whoa. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You heard it here, folks.
Now you're gonna get me in trouble with spirits.
You're the one
Sylvia's
talking
gonna
about
be like,
slapping on
"Hi,
the
it
ass.
was
I'm not
me.
doing
I did
anything.
it."
You're the
Mhm.
one that slaps and tells, not me.
Right. If I'm
I'm gonna have to disappear here. I'm gonna have to go change my name.
you
I'm gonna
can't
have to
just
come
be
up.
spanking the
They're
spirits.
gonna start calling me Slap and Tickle.
Well, you can't just spank the spirits and be all like, "Hey, no."
Okay, Miss Zigzag.
I'm not going to even
Hey,
touch
that's
that,
some
TJ.
serial killer secrets. I don't want to talk about that.
Well, if I got to talk about Slap and Tickle, Miss Zigzag and Pantyhose.
Slap and tickle. Are we talking about like creepy tickle? Remember my clown? That guy.
Now we got to come up with something for Kevin.
Creepy tickle.
Oh, that's right. He's the tooth fairy. That's right.
Yeah.
Ah, I keep the tooth fairy in my drawer.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have things for you. Like
I
I
know.
have like a Christmas thing, and like I have a tooth thing for Mother and Jeff. I mean, important things, and like
Important things.
tooth things, yeah. Because we know you and your drawer. So I'm sorry, Jason, you don't know about Kevin. He has a drawer of teeth.
That's interesting.
Oh,
And it's kind of cool at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of cool and like really creepy. It's not
Yeah.
like I like am in an antique store and go, look, teeth. I think I'm gonna buy these. I had my kids' teeth in the drawer. Okay, so I mean that's like I think every parent
no,
has
there
their
was
kids'
more
teeth.
teeth than that.
And my mom then at some point, because she's smart enough to eventually get rid of said kids' teeth, gave me a baggie full of my teeth from when I was a kid. And I don't know what to do with them. So I put them in the drawer with my kids' teeth. Well, now I don't know whose teeth's whose, and it's become this big thing. I mean,
Just a
just look at
big
her. You can see. And so it's
jumbled
not like I
pile of
said,
teeth. It's just random teeth all
I have
willy
a
nilly in a
shoebox full
drawer.
of teeth. Yeah, no, it
I
was
don't know
fairly
It's a
what I got
drawer.
innocent, but
myself into.
It's a
Jason.
drawer.
once she brought it up, I was like,
Oh fuck.
yeah, I guess this does look kind of weird. So
Kinda.
I'm just waiting on my kid to be,
Mm.
in his once he gets his house
So
and
he
all
can
that
have
stuff.
his teeth back.
I could be like,
Here
Here,
you
here's your
go.
teeth.
Yep.
You
But
know
I'm
what?
gonna
There
put
Here
it.
you
you
go.
go,
Pass it
I'm
on
gonna
son.
put
down.
it.
now you
I'm
can
gonna
give me
put
the
it
money
all
back that I
together,
left under your pillow all those years ago.
and I'm gonna give him like 30 teeth and be like, here's your teeth.
Here's my teeth and your teeth. Look at this bonding
I'm not gonna
experience.
tell him. I'm just I can hear me, but
Why don't you
I
Mod
can be like,
Podge them to like a canvas or something and make
I
an
can make
artwork?
like teeth art. Yeah,
That would be
I like
awesome.
it. I like it. All right, we could do it. I can make a
Uh,
necklace or something out of them.
Jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Yeah, I mean shark teeth necklaces. That's in, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this
this
is
is,
just gonna be like
you know,
this is
I'm gonna start
it'll look like
Googling
those.
tomorrow and
Remember
see
the
if there's a
surfing
serial killer
necklaces
that
of
does teeth.
the puka shells or whatever they are,
Yeah.
the white
The
necklaces?
that's different.
I'm so
So
making it.
different.
I'm so making it.
You,
You're getting it for Christmas this year, so don't laugh too much.
ew.
That would be awesome.
I'm trying not to smile, because I don't want my teeth to show.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus,
And
pig,
Exactly. I'll just keep my mouth covered from here on out.
I was like, it's
Kevin's got a
fine.
thing for teeth. Don't let him see them.
We're good. Like,
That was hilarious.
I mean, I guess you could like make
Yeah, I can't go
earrings
too
and
long
things.
without having to tell that story. Thanks.
oh yeah, could you imagine
could,
somebody wearing an earring of a tooth? They're gonna be
it could be a new trend. I mean, you never know. It's stranger
somebody
things have
bite
happened.
their ear
It
and
may
leave their
catch on.
tooth behind.
You could make like earplugs for people that have the holes, and
Yep.
you could make like
Tooth buds.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know.
Oh,
You could make like you
That's
could
a-
make
that's a-
like
that's a whole nother market we just entered right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you going to see tooth buds on the internet or something? And we came up with it. We should get paid for this.
Right.
Exactly.
Damn it.
If it happens right
Get
here,
that three-
right now, we are going to get paid for it.
We'll get that. Well, I'll get that 3-cent check in the mail.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's gonna be something.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be fucking weird, but it's gonna be something.
Spread the word.
Poor.
Yeah.
I've been
Good
awfully
night.
complacent in my F-bombs today, so I'd just go ahead and here we go.
You can do
Here
it.
we
You
go.
can do it.
All right.
There we go. All right, so we're like a little bit past 10.
Oh, fuck. She's not going to say it.
What? I'll say it. What am I supposed to say?
We got to 4
Shit.
and we were like,
Wait,
come
one
on,
more.
you can do
Well,
it.
one
You can
more.
do it. You can do it.
For what? Oh, for fucks?
For fuck's sake.
She doesn't know, whatever it is.
I
Rage,
didn't know
does
there
she?
was some sort of. I didn't know we were doing a count behind my back of how many times.
No, we weren't. It's just as soon as you cussed, I was like, oh, wait. Well, now we're up to 4.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I think earlier, Devin said something, and I said that I would paint a map of a place where Devin can go to fuck off. And I said I would draw like a map.
Is that 6?
And,
That was 6.
and it was like a whole thing. Here you go. Have I met your quota?
Maybe 7.
You're welcome.
Could be.
Follow
Thank
me
you.
for more fucks.
Oh,
oh. Yeah.
Good.
Not,
hope I met
not
your
really,
quota.
people. Don't follow her for those.
don't follow
Just
Amy
saying.
for her fucks. It's now you made me say it.
Oh, see what happens when you hang out with me. Chaos.
And
Any-
people thought we went downhill a long time ago. No.
Now you brought me
No,
into it.
we're
Dang.
just getting started.
It's just starting
So-
right here. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
That's the problem child's over that way. Yeah, that way. Over.
It's me.
Nope, the other way.
I'm the
The other way,
problem.
Jason.
Other
That way.
Yeah. Up. Nope. That way.
That way.
So
Other way.
confusing.
Nope. Oh, little sign language there. Did you see that? I did.
This is some
He
shit.
pointed with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
It's time to
Thank
leave
you, Jason, for
zigzag.
thank you,
is gonna
Jason,
go.
for joining the chaos tonight. I appreciate you.
I've
And
been-
It's been fun.
I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I've really appreciate it. I've enjoyed it. I've had a great time.
We're sorry if Amy corrupted you, though.
Oh, you're fine.
why is it always me? It's not me. It's you two.
Amy,
I'm the innocent one.
she's over there.
You've corrupted me. Look at me. I've got pushed to the bottom. The corruption is at the top.
What about your bottom?
I'm. Anywho, I hope everyone has a great night, and thank you for listening. Day,
Jason, thank you
night,
so much.
however you listen to us. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate you. And
Thank you.
y'all have a great night. We'll
Thanks
be
to
back
everybody
next
that commented too.
week.
Yep. Good night,
Yes, thank
everybody.
you
Love
to
you
all of our
guys.
listeners
Good
and
night,
our
everybody.
comments.